Do you remember what it was like right after September the 11th around here? People were saying, how come they didn't see it? How come they didn't connect the dots? In press conferences and opinion pieces and in stories. Because all these debates will matter not if there's another attack on the homeland.
Come on, I'm here. Come on.
When can you start?
Sometimes were news stories and sometimes opinion pieces. Do you remember what the environment was like in Washington? I do. When people were hauled up in front of Congress, the question won't be to connect the dots, and all of a sudden people were putting, policy in place, legal policy in place. We're saying, how come you're connecting the dots? Some of them doesn't like me. I understand that. Some of the writers and the, opiners and all that. That's fine. That's part of the deal. And members of Congress were asking questions about how come you didn't know this, that, or the other, and then we start. And so, Mike, were you critical of this plan or not? The question is, why didn't you do something?
Okay, so the Mexican president tells illegal immigrants in the United States, "I'll protect you."
So you can go fuck yourself.
I've heard all that. I've heard all that. My view is that most people around the world, they respect America.
Indeed, Mr. President, if you didn't find the weapons of mass...
Secret. Now you must die. Tonight.
Well, we don't know exactly. She's still telling me what to do. May I finish? He said, the United Nations said, disarm or face serious consequences. That's what the United Nations said. And guess what? He didn't disarm. He didn't disclose his arms. And therefore, he faced serious consequences. But we have found the capacity for him to make a weapon. See, he had the capacity to make weapons. He was dangerous. And no one can argue that the world is better off with Saddam Hussein, if Saddam Hussein were in power.
But Mr. President,
Mohammed described the design of planned attacks on buildings inside the U.S. and how operatives were directed to carry them out. That is valuable information for those of us who have the responsibility to protect the American people.
Relax. Relax.
The left hand now knows what the right hand is doing.
You both were members of Skull and Bones.
No, I'm not going to lose.
What did Iraq have to do with what?
The attack on the World Trade Center.
It's so secret we can't talk about it. What is it?
When you talk about George Bush, I mean, say what you want, the World Trade Center came down during his time.
It's an absurd insinuation.
No, I haven't seen the web. Number 322.
Israeli Secret Intelligence Service.
In some cases, that's not the case. So anyway, it's really hard to protect the homeland.
Hasta la vista, my baby. This is the